Hey everybody, John Barnack, managing broker for Real here in the state of Illinois, also team leader with Team Inspired Partners. I'm on with Riley Ricobene. Nice. He's got an awesome last name. It's kind of cool. It rolls off the tongue, right? When you get it right. It took me three tries to figure it out and make sure I got it right. But Riley is a newer agent with us. Just started back in I think it was like what October.
Yeah, middle of October.
Middle of October, kind of started getting his feet wet, and I think really started hitting it in like November. And what I wanted to do, and really just start sharing some of like these testimonials and or experiences that agents are having that are coming over and working with us. And I think it'll be good to see from a lot of different perspectives. We'll have newer agents, we'll have experienced agents, because different people find value at different levels, right? And with Riley being so new, I thought it'd be perfect to share just some of the early success that he's having. He's off to a great start. And then also let him share just like some of the reasons why he jumped on board with us and some of the value that he sees here. So Riley, maybe just share a little bit about very quickly, like your background, why you got into real estate. And I've got a couple very intentional questions I'd like to ask you afterwards. So maybe don't dive too deep into those, but yeah, a little bit about yourself, why you got into real estate, and maybe just some of the early success that you're having so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, John. So my background is in the special education field. That was pretty much every job I've had since I've been a teenager. But I really just wanted more out of my career, and I felt very limited in the special education field. So I started to research different ways to make extra money, and I came across real estate investing. So that really kind of caught my eye, and I kind of went into researching different careers in real estate. And I thought being a realtor would be the best way to learn and develop relationships in order to reach my investment goals and eventually financial freedom.
Nice. Definitely like that financial freedom. We'll circle back to that, but give us an idea. So I don't. So you've been licensed since October, right? Probably got your feet wet to get set up with the systems, and may took you a couple weeks or so, but you really, I think you started hitting it hard, and you got off to a really good start back in like November. What are some of the things that you've been able to do or accomplish in that period of time?
Yeah, so I've been focusing a lot on the rehab side of real estate, just because of me wanting to get into investing myself. I felt like it was the best way for me to learn is actually going to do it in the field.
Yeah.
And partnering with Real and Inspire has really given me the opportunity to pursue that route of the industry. And I feel like it's really put me in a good position financially starting out as a real estate agent.
Awesome. So, and I'd like to just kind of get to the like the reality of it, or like the facts. So like what are some of those results that you've actually like produced? Like how many, I guess, how many closings have you had? What do you currently have in the pipeline? Things like that. And I know you're working on rehabs, which, Team Inspire, we've got in-house cash buyer, we've got our own private fund. We're doing fix and flips, and we're partnering with the agents that join our team. So like Riley said, you get that hands-on experience and can learn there. But then also, I know you've got some retail transactions that are coming up, working in the pipeline. And then also, you're also looking to build a team too, as well. So what are in those areas, like what does that kind of look like for you? What have you been able to accomplish so far?
Yeah, so on the rehab side, I've had about two closings in 3 months. One of those rehabs should be finishing up this month, and the other should be finishing in about 3 months. In terms of other just lead generation sources that I've been using, OpCity has been a great one. I've gotten a couple of retail buyers through OpCity, as well as social media, just plugging into those real estate groups and staying connected and constantly monitoring those posts and looking for opportunities. Another thing that I've been kind of doing recently is doing Google ads and keyword searches in social media. So what I've been doing is looking for first-time home buyers or new investors, looking to kind of have some guidance, and where I feel that I can add value.
Cool. So 2 rehabs in your first 3 months, and I know you like found one like almost right away. It was
Yeah.
magical. But what's really cool about that, Riley gets to represent our in-house cash buyer, picks up a buy side commission. We also share an acquisition fee in there as well, and then he also, since he's the agent who brought that deal to the table, he'll represent our in-house cash buyer on the back end when they finish that rehab and put that on the market, right, to sell. So picking up a few commissions there each time he finds one of those. And right now he's on pace to do about 2 or 3 a quarter, which is a really, really fantastic pace. And then Op City, you mentioned, I want to just touch on that real quick. Op City is just a company that sends out referrals. I'm sure that if you've been in the industry for some time, you know these types of companies. They give you referrals, you work them, and then you pay them like a referral fee on the back end only when something closes. And I know Real has a relationship with them, so that's something that's offered to all Real agents, right, that join the team there. And then I know you also have at least, I know you have one listing, and then maybe like another one coming or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm working on another seller financing related deal, and then I also do have a couple of more rehabs that are in the pipeline that I've been working on. I feel like that's probably my most consistent form of lead generation is the rehabs. I'm usually seeing 5 to 6 a week, just through the MLS on a system that I've kind of developed, and it seems to be working.
Cool. So 2 closes on the rehab side, which will turn into at least 2, possibly 3 commissions on each one of those transactions. I know you have one listing that's active right now under contract. You're working on a seller finance deal. I know that you've worked with like a buyer or 2 as well, right? Like a retail buyer or 2. Or is
Yeah, I've worked with one retail buyer. He was more looking to rent, more luxury rental.
Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, I know some people that make a living off of rentals, especially like in the city, right? So those can get
Right.
Almost just as good as the regular commission on a sale with some of the higher end rentals. So that's cool. So you've done a decent amount of activity, right? And granted, you're only 2.5, 3 months into your real estate career, so I would say you're off to a pretty good start. But I appreciate you sharing that, right? Giving some idea of what you've been up to, what's been working for you, and then just some of the results that you've been able to create in the short period of time, right? At least I feel like that's short that you've been with us. So that's cool, man. Looking forward to what you grow into as a not just as a realtor, but as a person, as a partner with us on our team and with Real. And want to wrap up with a couple of key questions. And these are questions that we ask everyone. So if you ever get into a conversation with, more than likely someone on our team, we're going to ask you very similar questions because it's how we establish like if you're like-minded or not. So question number 1, Mr. Riley, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is financial freedom for you?
10, without a doubt.
10. Okay, cool. A lot of people say 10. And then their work ethic reflects like a 2 or a 3. I think you're a 10 all the way around, right? So you say 10 and your work ethic and what you've been putting into this obviously reflects that you really mean 10. So fantastic, man. Number 2, what does that look like for you? So like you say financial freedom is important to you. What does it look like as far as like how much money do you have coming in, or what are your goals around financial freedom?
Yeah, so I would say my goals are to eventually be able to live off of my investment income. I would prefer to eventually make that transition. I would say my plan is probably a 15-year plan right now, but that's going to be changing. But I would say my goal is to have $300,000 in commissions in a year.
Okay. I don't think you're very far from getting there. I think you'll get there relatively soon, if not in your first year, maybe definitely your second year, especially at this pace. So that's cool. And then passive income is important, at least something that we stress a lot here. And by living off your investments, I'm sure that's like the passive income side, right?
Correct. Yes.
Awesome. And I know you're also working on building a team. I think you have like 2 or 3 people in the process of like getting licensed and coming aboard to join you as well.
Yeah, we have one person that's signed up for classes, and the other is actually taking the test this month. So we should be adding her to the team probably in March.
Cool. Awesome. So duplicating yourself inside the systems that are already here. And of course, Real's got rev share built in. So that you'll be able to give back, support, help someone else get into the industry and train them to operate or produce at the same level you are, if not better. I love hiring people that produce more than me. That's fantastic, right? We like that. But help them get started, right? Start helping them change their financial position in their life. And then you also get to reap the rewards of that because of the system that we have here. So cool, man. And then do you see any obstacles, or let me ask it a different way. What are the obstacles right now that you currently have between you and financial freedom?
I would say it's just myself, just my willingness to be dedicated to my goals, and just constantly putting that into the universe daily, motivating myself daily to reach those goals. Because at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to the amount of hours and conversations that you have with people.
Nice. Cool, man. That's a very humble answer, and also shows a lot to your character. So I can respect and appreciate that. And so my last question, and then we'll get this interview wrapped up here. Thank you for your time so far. But how do you see Real, and more importantly, like Team Inspire? How do you see that partnership being able to help you accomplish that ultimate goal of financial freedom?
Yeah, I think on the Team Inspire side, just having access to that private fund, really without that, I may not have any income right now. So I think it's an equal partnership, and it allows me to do a lot of things on the rehab side. In terms of Real, the revenue share and the stock options are really going to get me to where I want to go.
Cool. Well, it'll be one channel, I'm guessing, of many. We always say that the wealthiest people that we know have 5 to 7 streams of income, only actively producing one of those, which means they have 4 to 6 streams of income that are passive. And yes, couldn't agree more. I'm super excited for where we're at and the stocks that we're being rewarded for doing the things that we're already doing, or we're already going to be doing anyway, no matter where we were at. So we get that equity. And then also, as we continue to help more people and develop more people in this industry, our revenue share will grow. So awesome, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing that information. Anything else that you would like to add, or anything else that you would like to maybe wrap up with, something you might feel is important to share, or do you feel like you've gotten it all off your chest, man?
No, I think that's it. Just remember to stay consistent, persistent, and efficient. Those are kind of the 3 words that stick out to me.
Awesome, man. Well, greatly appreciate your time, Riley. Thank you for just taking a couple minutes and sharing the experience that you're having with us over here. We are thrilled to have you on the team. We think that you are going to be one of the next superstars out here in the industry. It's funny. I'll share this real quick with you and everyone out there in YouTube land or Facebook land or wherever you're catching this video. It's funny. I heard a statistic one time that the top producers in this industry 5 years from now aren't even in the industry yet. So I think you are a top producer in the making. Super happy, super blessed to have you as part of the team. Looking forward to accomplishing some really cool and really great things together, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, John.
You're welcome, man.